California. To the wild ones, this is your hour. Esther 4:14 says, "For if you remain completely silent at this time, relief and deliverance will arise for the Jews from another place, but you and your father's house will perish. Yet who knows whether you have come to the kingdom for such a time as this?" Get ready for a rude awakening. I was up early a few mornings ago when God began speaking to me. "Here they come, Nate. Here are my wild ones. I have opened the gates, and I have decreed that the time is over for those who have been waiting for this moment. The moment I have prepared them for is here, and now the earth is in for a rude awakening, because my frontliners are stepping into the light. They are my movers and shakers and demonic stronghold breakers, and here they are to usher the season of the revealing of my glory through my bride, undignified, clothed in glory, and coming from the wilderness. Right now, I am bringing them out of exile. I am gathering them from all over the earth, where they have been hidden and in waiting for a long season. They have wondered if I have abandoned them, or if they would ever be used for the kingdom, because they would never fully accept it as a part of it. But right now, they are emerging in the world's greatest moment of pain and the church's hour of desperation. They are my undignified Davids that care more for my presence and my will and my plans than the wise plans of man. They aren't politically correct or motivated by reputation, but they have only one thing in their sights, and that is worshiping me and giving me glory. Can you see them coming? Will you have eyes to see them? Will my church accept them? Will they keep turning them away? They haven't been given a red carpet welcome, but they will be clothed in so much glory it will be hard to deny them anymore. The fire of my presence is around them, and they aren't here to play games, but to carry the torch of revival and establish my kingdom on the earth. They aren't rebels. They are the rescue team. Remove the barriers and the barricades and the gate checks, for they aren't the rebels that they have been seen as. They are, in fact, the rescue team. They don't quite fit the mold, and they didn't measure up to the standards of the institution, but they are sons and daughters who know my heart and know my house well. They have been in hiddenness for this very moment to bring hope to where many are prophesying hopelessness. They are the ones who have my eyes and see how I see. They know what is to come next. They aren't swayed by temporary storms, but they are the ones that will point the way to where I am moving and what I am doing. Look now, they are peeling back the veil and lifting up the curtain. They are speaking into what is to come, and they live from that reality. If you want hope again, watch where they are going. They are settling the stage for the new production and unraveling the new blueprints and plans I have given them. I have been using them to raise a new standard for my people. Where there have been foxes that have stolen from my people and their faith for generations, I am restoring faith. Where foxes have come and stolen the revelation of my abiding glory, my signs and wonders, my healing virtue, they will restore them. They will point the church back to the true north and clear the overheads. They will come with their hammers and chip off the pieces of rock that have been stumbling blocks and not building blocks, hindrances and not stepping stones. They are coming as a sign of the new wine and the beginning of a new era of my church. I am not shutting down church as we have known it, but at the same time, the church will never be the same as it was again. What had to be shaken was shaken. What had to fall and die fell and died. And what hasn't had my spirit upon it right now is breathing its last breath. For I am jealous for my bride to be the pure bride. What they thought was rejection from the mainstream culture was in fact my protection for an upcoming season, and that season is here now. They have been set apart so that they can usher in a move of my holiness and power, a holiness so mighty that they will reveal the thoughts and intentions of men, and reveal who is for me and who is about their own kingdom. This is a move of purity that is exposing the double-mindedness, duality, and mixture that has suddenly crept into the hearts of believers and disconnected them from my heart. Their hammers will be mighty, and they will seem ferocious, but it isn't out of rage, but out of righteous conviction, to set the record straight and rescue and lead the church forward. In fact, I am right now baptizing them afresh with the love of the church in all of her expressions and parts, so that they won't be the demolition team, but the bridge builders. Like Nehemiah, they will grieve that parts of the city are in rubble, and they will build and restore what has been broken down. They will raise up other builders and teach them to build the new while still honoring what has been built before them. They will seamlessly connect the seasons and moves of my spirit and reveal the pathway forward for my pioneers to run in. For many have said they are against what I have built, but I have not raised them to tear down what I have given you to build, but to tear down the enemy's work and add and increase what you have been building. I have given them an anointing to see the cracks in the foundations and to fix and address them. As they build, they will breathe life into the dry bones of dead and burnt out movements that religion tired out and caused to expire before their time. They will be revivers of revival fire, and they will cause fresh fire to enter those who have been barely flickering. They will get a second wind to finish the purposes I gave them to accomplish. Broken systems will be reinvented and reinvigorated, and my spirit is going to cause wheels to turn where there has been no oil. They will especially revive the dead movements and dreams of those who were shipwrecked. They will cause hearts to start beating again, in tune with mine, and begin to burn with a lovesick desire where they have been cold and deeply discouraged. In but moments, they will take the weariest, oppressed, and wounded of soul and cause their furnace to be reignited again. They will find the hurting and derailed fathers and mothers of precious movements and restore honor to them, purpose to them, and give them a reason to believe in the impossible again. They will unearth the gold in people. But to get to the gold, you will need a hammer, not just water, the hammer and the shaking, but soon the gold emergence. I have asked the church, will you stand up and be a voice? Will you confront the opposition and advance the kingdom, or will you cave in and either maintain or...
What's going on?
retreat? The intimidation and assaults have been relentless, but I have raised up a remnant who will not stand aside when evil is at their doorstep. This remnant will confront the giants that no one else will. They will be the Davids who will choose to fearlessly face the principalities in the land and call them for what they are. They will not water down the gospel or sell out to win the favor of man, but they will bravely move in offense against the assignments of the enemy that have defied the church. Innocent blood has been shed for far too long in the nations, and there have been few who have stood to face true evil and given their lives to see it overturned. But my wild ones will not be those who back down. No, they will be like Esther, who chose to give her life to see every injustice overturned. As they march into battle in places that no one have dared to tread before, they will break open the way for the church to gain back ground and advance where they have been slowly shrinking back. These wild ones will be like battering rams to break open the way, and will be the spearheads of justice that enter into new territory in which they have not had influence before. If you think that you have